is the host of Dolly Vision on YouTube. Check it out, folks. He travels around the country covering all types of cases like this.
What is up, all my beautiful people out there on YouTube? It is your boy Dolly back in the house this morning. Wake up, people. Okay, it's time to wake up. We got a big day today. We got a big day. It's Summer Wells' 8th birthday today. And I see people out there in the chat saying, Dolly, sing happy birthday. Hell no, I ain't singing nothing. Okay, I ain't singing nothing. Not right now, anyway. So also in the title, you see it says, Where is Monkey? There's been a world tour going on the internet streets of STACIE Wander all over the internet. And I asked him a bunch of questions, but I didn't really get a chance to review it. And lately, I got some inside information on a few things, and I want to go back and review that video a little bit just to remind myself of some of the timelines that STACIE was putting out there. And I just want to point out some of his lies, some of his inconsistent statements, and just the dude. Now, as interviewing somebody, I can't sit there and say, hey, man, you're lying. But today I want to go over point out some of the things that I think he was lying about, some of the things that he didn't want to address, and that type of stuff. So we're going to do a review of my own video, okay, this morning, a little bit of that. Then we're going to go back and watch some of the original news reports that came out about Summer Wells coming up missing, and we're going to compare them stories to a little bit of the stories we're hearing today. Sound good, everybody? If that sounds good to you, hit the like as you come in. It is absolutely good to see all you beautiful people this morning. And look, so today I took my coffee, right? Made my coffee, and I mixed it with half hot chocolate. This is the best shit ever. I don't know where it's been all my life, but I'm officially hooked. Okay, so give me a second. This is so good. That is total greatness. Just total greatness. So let me share the screen real quick with you guys. Okay. Y'all got sound, right? We got to watch my intro again. I'm going to change that up today, too, guys. The intro is about to change a little bit. I'm going to add some new clips to it, things of that nature. What is going on, YouTube? It is good to see everybody back jumping in the chat room. There's like 500-600 of you here already. If you're just tuning in, make sure you smash that like button. We have a guest with us tonight, Mr. STACIE Wondra. STACIE, how you doing tonight?
Good. How you guys doing?
Okay, I noticed one thing, you know, his behavior. Sometimes when I think that he's lying, I think when he gets nervous about something, he likes to rub his face. I noticed that he'll start to touch his face a lot and do things like that, a little shifty. And I think that's a sign of being a little bit nervous, or, you know, like a human lie detector. If you look at somebody and say, okay, well, he's acting a little bit different at certain points. To me, that's one of those things that stick out to me. Turtle Madness says, F this, well, this fat slob. Okay. Doing pretty good. It's a pleasure to have you here. Now, guys in the chat, I want to let you know that STACIE wants to speak out and try to clear his name about some of the things that have been said. Now, I want you guys in the chat to be very respectful while he is here. Okay. So, STACIE, now I know we got to go back a little bit in time. Double dolly, right? It's the double dolly effect. Yes, you're seeing doubles this morning. Okay. You're seeing doubles. Good morning. Good morning, everybody. Good to see you in the room. And yeah, thank you for everybody. As you see, there's a link pinned at the top that says, help Dolly get to CrimeCon 2024. If you'd like to help out, hit that link. We're trying to be there to get this booth set up so we can display all our stuff about missing people, take part in CrimeCon 2024, and you can help Dolly get there. You know, and you're willing to jump into the hold on, he's back. He's back. We lost you for a second. Now you're willing to jump in the DeLorean, do 88 miles an hour with me tonight. We go back a little bit in time to the day that all this that's transpiring now would have occurred on, which would have been July 27th, 2021. Just basically tell me how the day started. How did your day start that day, and what was going on that day? Anything different than any other day?
Not at all. Nothing different. I mean, I'm pretty sure it was a sunny day. You know, there was, you know, the routine started the same as every other day. You know, got up out of bed, get some coffee, you know, had some breakfast.
Now, when you woke up that morning, who was at your house that morning that you woke up?
Brendan, Adrian, and Sarah.
So, you're married to Sarah, right? Are you still married to her? Now, my biggest thing is this. You know, most of these people, they met off Craigslist. And most of these people, his old lady, Sarah, was sleeping with. Now, I don't know if they were using this cab service as like a hookup thing with strangers. Like, I think they had some weird things going on in their household. I know that's kind of crazy to say, but, you know, like, who just lets complete strangers off of Craigslist in your house? But it happens. You remember that lady called in and she let Stacy come to her house, and he had lied to her, told her he had a job lined up. She didn't really know what was going on with him being a suspect in the missing kid. So this dude is just like, I don't know. Is he a Craigslist grifter? Her?
No, getting the divorce finalized this week.
Okay, so you're getting divorce finalized this week. So from there, what happened? I believe that is a lie right there. I do not believe he is getting a divorce from Sarah. You get up, you eat breakfast, a normal day. And you're in what? You're in a cab business.
Taxi company, yeah.
So you run a taxi. See, I don't see. He starts to rub his face and things like that. Did he run a taxi company, or did he run some hookup shit off of Craigslist? You know, because it just basically he would do anything, odd jobs for money. You know, where was his girl doing odd things for money? Right, she's sleeping with complete strangers and all kinds of stuff, right and basically in front of them. It's a little weird. I mean, I don't knock people for what they do, but this is a little bit strange. The company, and you run that out your home right there in the neighborhood. And is it, from my understanding, is that business ran through Craigslist?
No.
How was your business? How did you advertise your business? Was it something that
we had a bunch of business cards?
See, that right there, I believe, is a lie. Everything that he talks about, he said, is always a ride that he got through Craigslist. Everybody. Well, I met them through this cab ride. Well, the cab ride is through Craigslist. He's acting like they went out and handed out cards that they put it in, like they probably had their cab company in the personals, in the freaky section, right by back rubs and hand jobs.
Business cards. We had a Facebook page. We had, I think we might have advertised one time on Craigslist offering rides, but
so it's kind of a word of mouth, small business. I think he was offering ride his wife on Craigslist. That's the crazy thing. I mean, it sounds crazy, but people have these weird things with them. You know, they have these weird things with them. They're advertising on Craigslist to ride complete strangers around. That either sounds like some Ted Bundy stuff or some weird, creepy, like spank me type shit. I don't know. Both of them scare me. Said you was running out of your house.
Exactly.
So on this day, after you had breakfast, did you get a call for a ride or something of that nature?
Yeah. Sarah was the one that was in charge of taking the calls. She took a phone call and then asked me if I wanted to go do it. It was from Ontario to Boise Airport. It was, it was good money for us. It was $150 one way.
One way. Okay. So do you remember about what time of day that you took that first cab ride?
I left about 1 o'clock.
Now listen, I don't doubt that at some point they were giving people rides, and some of them might have just been rides, but they had this weird thing about once they gave you a ride, you were like friends with them for life. Like, I think they were like, they just were grifting off of whatever they could get money off of. And they're pretty not the best people. And they were just allowing the worst of the worst, like of type people around them. And they knew this at the time. And I don't believe that these people are highly religious, like this Faith Taxi. Okay. Now this dude is doing dirty stuff, but yet your taxi business is called Faith Taxi. I hate when people grift off the Lord. Okay. Like when they use Jesus to try to get money. If you're going to try to get money, but don't use little baby Jesus to do that shit. You're going to get struck down by lightning. And I believe these people are like this. This is, oh God, this. You don't care. It's fake. It's super, super fake. So you left for about 1 and you were gone for how long do you think you was gone for on that first cab ride that morning?
How long was I gone, you said?
Yeah, for the first one that you took. How long was your first trip?
I mean, I only took one ride that day. Sarah was gone the morning time. She took Adrian to Napa or Boise or wherever they went. But I know I only did one run and I left about 1 o'clock.
Okay.
What was I got back about 4:30.
Before you left, like when you got up, what was the mood in the house like? What was everybody doing? Was they just sitting around
peaceful?
What were they talking about? Anything unusual? Anything strange or nothing out of the normal? Okay. Real quick, let me cut my cam back on. Let me go full screen with you guys for a second. Now let me ask the chat there's 440 of you here. Make sure you hit that like button. Some of you ain't hit the like button yet. Damn it. Hit it. All right. How many of you guys believe this dude is telling the truth? Press 1 in the chat if you believe this man is telling the truth. Now, if you think he's a lying ass dude, press 2. I just want to see where y'all are at. 1, he's telling the truth. 2, he is full of shit. Okay. I want to see where you people are at with it. Make sure you hit that like button and then let me know. Let me know. I see some 2s popping up. Good morning, Lexi, Texas. Texie. I see a lot of 2s popping. Goldie, Ash, Debbie, Rose, Truth Seeker. Good to see y'all guys this morning. So everybody thinks this dude is lying. Nobody believes this man is truthful. Not a single soul in the chat room. Okay, out of 456 people, I haven't seen one. You Turtle Madness, you're lying now. You just threw that out there to be controversial. All right, let's jump back to it.
Not at all.
So you left. Did you leave before Sarah left, or did Sarah leave before you?
She was gone before me.
Okay, so you were there when she left with Adrian. So Brandon, he was still at the house.
No, Brandon, Sarah, and Adrian went to Napa or Boise.
Okay, they all went together.
Although Boise, I'm sorry.
Okay, and then shortly after you left to take the that cab trip.
Correct.
Okay, so when you come now, we've tried multiple times, because he said he was with Brandon, Adrian. We have tried multiple times to reach out to Brandon, and Brandon may come up here. It's just a matter of time. So we can get his side of the story, because I don't believe his story, what he's saying is going down, is quite lining up with what Stacie is saying. Now, I can't tell you everything right now. We got to let this play out, but there's some things that are not adding up. Come back. When you come back in the neighborhood, do you know about what time it is?
Got back like after the taxi run or after?
Yeah, after the taxi run.
Vehicle. Like 4:30.
So you got back about 4:30. All right.
Correct.
So when you got back home, was anybody there?
No, it was just me.
Okay. Now, I've heard some things he's told people, like what was going on with him in the room while this interview was going on. And from what I hear, this dude is a pretty disgusting dude behind the scenes. This is what people are saying. Look, I don't know the man. I don't know what he does behind the scenes, but I'm hearing some things that are like, whoa, bro.
No, I'm sorry. No, I'm sorry. Yeah. No, Sarah and Brandon were home.
Okay, so they were already back from dropping Adrian off in either Boise or where was it you said?
All in Napa. I don't know exactly where they were. Their stories never match up. So
okay. Why don't their stories ever match up? Okay. Does herpes make you itch like that? Now I don't know, you know, according to him, he says that his wife has herpes, you know, and that's why he was letting her sleep with other men. So you were letting her give other men herpes. So that mean, you know, that means according to them, Brandon, we had to ask Brandon, you know, he would have it. Adrian have it. Everybody they gave a cab ride to would have it. They're like they should call this shit disease taxi. Okay. This ain't like cash cab. This is like disease cab. You getting that shit, you come out with syphilis. Okay. It's funny you say the stories don't match up, because I noticed one thing in the News 7 interview that you did. But the ride does come with a happy ending. You really said that, you know, you couldn't believe that Sarah or Brandon, I wonder how many stars they give Sarah in the Uber rides, would do something like this. But Adrian, you kind of had your doubts about. Scab. That would be a good name for it, right? Scab cab. Ooh, that is so gross. Y'all are so nasty. I don't know what to do with you guys this morning. It's too early for this. It's too early, people. Glossed over that. My curiosity is this: what made you think that they wouldn't do this, but Adrian might? That was my curiosity, like, because I wanted to hear you speak a little more on that. What made you think that, oh, they wouldn't do it, but Adrian? Okay, this is a lie, what he says right here. And this is one of the things I want to address. Because when I was he told me that this man was trafficking children. And he absolutely was not. He was charged with drug-related crimes that are like trafficking drugs. Not the same thing. But he said the police came to him and told him that about Adrian, which I believe is a lie. I mean, they may have told him that. Like, police will lie to you. But I don't believe they told him that, because that's not the charges. 479 in chat and only 218 likes. Oh, Lord. You guys do me a solid. Hit that like, so I don't got to tell you to do it 1,000 times. You don't want to hear that shit over and over. So just do it real quick. Just thumb it up. We get to move on. We get to move on. Mike, is there something about this guy that stands out to you that may be a little different? Yeah. Definitely leave your DNA on the like button. That way, if we ever had to hunt for your body, we got something to go off of. We can put the tracking dogs on it. Or
he's got he's got an infamous history of human trafficking.
Infamous. See, how are you aware? How are you aware of his?
The detectives informed me.
Okay, while you was in jail. Now you wasn't in jail. Okay, so anybody believe that, right? This dude has a notorious past for human trafficking. I don't really buy that. I mean, I think that, you know, he has a charge that kind of reads, if you're a big dum-dum, you may mistake that for human trafficking. But if you look at the guy and you look at his charges, it looks like he's a drug dealer. So they were hanging out with the plug. That is what Adrian was. Adrian was the plug. Brandon was banging his wife. He was probably staring at Brandon's butt. You know, it's one of these creepy, weird things. Jail for nothing to do with Michael Monkey Vaughn. You was in jail for charges.
Possession of a firearm.
Yeah, unrelated charges. So you was already in jail. Okay, I understand that. So you get back home. Brandon and Sarah are there at the house. What is going on when you get there? Are they just hanging out? Are they watching TV?
Yeah, just hanging out. I don't even remember if we had a TV during that day, that time frame, but
they pawned it. They pawned the TV. Did you hear? He said, I don't even know if we don't even know if we had a TV. It was missing. Okay. They had a missing poster and it was a picture of their TV on it. Like, what did they pawn that bitch? What is going on where we don't even know if we had a TV that day? I don't even know if we're watching TV. I don't even know if we had one, you know? Does that make any damn sense to anybody? Like, but you know, when I'm asking him questions, I can't sit there and get all confused by his weird answers. You know what I'm saying? But you know, now that I go back and get to listen to it, it's kind of like, this man didn't even have a TV. He couldn't have did it. He is absolutely innocent. That is the proof right there. Man, I'm sorry, Stacie. Starting this, I thought you was guilty again. I might have to take that back, man. This dude didn't even have a TV that day. Case closed. Case damn closed. Case closed. No TV couldn't have done it. Glove don't fit. You must have quit.
I've had really bad fucking, I don't know, psychological issues. She would, one point she'd be like, "Oh, TV's for the devil. It's, you know, it's all blah 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 blah." And then one minute she'd be, "Oh, we can get a TV now." So we
Yeah.
really never had a TV more than maybe 2 or 3 months at a time.
Before I get too far into it, what would you say? No TV equals innocent. Yep. The TV is the devil. Okay. But Craigslist ain't. Okay. I think Craigslist was created by the devil. Okay. Or a masseuse. One or the other. A little small Asian lady probably created it. I don't know. Don't judge me. Say the mental state of Sarah is. Do you think is she
Mentally unstable?
mentally
100%.
unstable? But would you say does she understand right from wrong? She's a crazy bitch. That's what he wanted to say, right? That's really what he wanted to say. The TV made me do it. Look, Satan will come right out this box and grab you if you watch it. Okay. It is terrible. Turn it off right now. Turn it off. Satan.
I think she's capable of it. Whether she falls through it is a different story.
Okay. Okay. So you get back. They're just hanging out. Regular day. Nothing so far seems out the ordinary to
We
you.
got a
Just
new
regular
member.
day, waking up, making money. Trying to live. I got
you.
that. So what happens at that point in the day? Okay. Where do y'all go next?
Brandon asked us to go to pick up his car in CUDA.
Okay.
And he had been asking us prior quite a lot. So we just put it off, and we were just tired of asking us. So
Was there anything wrong with his car?
yeah, he blew the spark plugs out of it.
Okay, so that's why y'all were going down to pick his car up. Now, from my understanding, do you tow a trailer also?
I mean, I can tow trailers. I know how.
So when they say they got this like towing service and they got all these different businesses they got a laundry business where they wash your clothes. He looks like he needs to wash his clothes. They got this cab business where, they give you a ride to the airport. It comes with, a happy ending. They got all this weird stuff going on. It just, you never know who your neighbors are. You know what I'm saying? Because look, I've been to that neighborhood. It's a really pleasant neighborhood. It looks like something out of a movie. It's all nice. The house is all nice. The neighborhood's all clean. Everybody's all walking their dogs and jogging around. It's just a pretty place. And then you got some weird fucks like this living next to you. You know, that destroys the whole community. Makes the whole damn place. Nobody wants to live in Fruitland, Idaho now. You know what I'm saying? Nobody. Like, you could have moved there and it was like a little paradise. They had a splash pad for the kids. I mean, when I went there, I was like, yeah, this is nice as shit. But that shows you crime don't care where you live. You can be in a nice, beautiful place and you have Crab Cab living next door to you. Okay.
We didn't tow a trailer that night.
Was y'all going to tow his vehicle back, or was he?
It was a tow strap, correct?
Okay, so y'all were hooking it up to your vehicle to tow his vehicle back. Correct. So he asked you. He's like, Stacy, I need you to take me to get my car. Will you help me out? Mm-hmm. And you're like, yeah, I'll help you. I hate to backtrack a little bit. How did you meet Brandon?
They're moving job through Labor Days.
So y'all have done. Is it true to say y'all have done different odd jobs, I guess, on the internet?
I used to be huge fanatic, huge fan of doing odd jobs. It was an easy way to make some money.
Okay. Easy way to make money. He's all about that easy money. Yeah, ain't nothing about this dude say hard money, right? There's anything on that face right there that y'all look at that say hard money? I don't think this dude's ever seen a hard days of money. And when he says towing vehicles, he does it with a strap. So he just literally straps him to the bumper of his car and drives down the street like the Beverly fucking Hillbillies. Even I ain't that redneck. Okay, I understand that. So y'all decide that you're going to go ahead and take him and tow his car back to his house. Now, listen, there was at one point, I guess it was believed that you was at the splash pad around 1:30 that day.
Mm-hmm.
Is there a reason? And I guess this would have been before you went to make that run to your taxi ride. Oh, you trying the hot chocolate coffee thing now? As soon as I drank it, I was like, where was this at all my life? This shit is so good.
Yeah, so I stopped at the splash pad because I needed to get my can of chew that had fallen into the passenger side floorboard, like the farthest away, so I couldn't exactly just stop and.
Yeah, I understand. For people that are watching that don't understand, the splash pad is a little park at the beginning. I would say it's on. Is that 8th Street, Stacy?
Yeah.
Sarah's tow and blow. Y'all got to do it. Hold on, that would stop me. That would stop me in my tracks right there. Oh Lord, that's good. That's shit. It's too good. Tow and blow. You get 2 points for that one. You get 2. I don't even know who said it, but oh my Jesus, that's too funny. That's too funny. Okay, it's a little splash pad at the beginning of 8th Street, and there's a little parking lot because even when I was there, it was an easy place for me to pull over. So I pulled over in that same parking lot that you would have pulled over in. And you say that you had your chew. Who's your daddy? You had to get it out the car. So that would have put you on. That's why your vehicle was seen at the park that day, is because you were getting your chew out of the vehicle. Correct. Okay. Now that day, he looks like he was chewing on the vehicle. He was around that time of the day. Was Brandon with you at all? It was just you at the splash pad, correct?
Oh, it was just me.
Oh, okay.
Just so you guys can see.
So at what time, Stacy, where's your neck? Okay, yeah, long cut. Is this a chewing back or is it a Head and Shoulders commercial?
Longhorn.
Okay.
I'm a huge Copenhagen nerd, but this was the cheapest I could get, so I was okay with that. Okay, so so you go off, you do cab ride, you come back home. Brandon and your girl is there now. Now I don't really like to dive into your personal relationship, but I mean, you've openly said things on the news and on other channels. He swallowed his neck. I was about to hit my coffee too. Oh my God. This should have been a comic roast. Oh my God, y'all are too much. Y'all, he said that she was sleeping with Brandon. Oh my Lord. Oh yeah. Okay. And that you was aware of that because you wasn't sleeping with her, and it was consensual that you gave them permission to sleep. Okay. Yeah, for a couple days. Yeah. And then I guess from what I'm hearing, it went a little longer than a couple days, kind of thing. Yeah. Like, yeah, he took my bitch. What do you think's gonna happen? What do you think's gonna happen? He's like, yeah, I told her she could do it once, but she did it 1,000 times. Or a couple days turned into a week. A week turned into like 2 weeks. 2 weeks. Now he's writing him from jail right now, talking about Brandon. I miss you. Hey, do a month. So. Was y'all inviting? I hate to get too personal. Was y'all inviting people into the relationship like that a lot, or was this kind of a new thing? No, he's like, no, we wasn't doing that a lot. Like she was just sleep with everybody, and like every now and then I would say it was okay. That is just strange and bizarre. Like for a dude to be in that type of relationship, to think something like that could work out and not go wrong. Thing. Yeah. Okay. Is there a reason? Is she? I hear she wanted a baby. Is that true? I didn't. Not with her. But how much had she talked to you? Okay, he didn't want a baby with her. Did you want a baby that belonged to somebody else with her?
Like I didn't want her to be the mama. I wanted somebody else to be the mama. We just needed a baby. Okay. Was it one of those, get me that baby? And you just jumped out and grabbed the kid kind of thing. You know, and the strange thing he says is when they pulled over that he seen a little kid with a toy, but the kid was older. Well, what little older kid plays with a little kid's toy? Right? He's seen a little kid. So he's done boxed himself into saying he's seen Monkey that day. About wanting a baby.
I mean, it's always been, a thought process, it's just not like we sat there and talked about it for hours.
Yeah. Okay.
But she would bring it up to me, but when she, when she told me after she cheated on me that she caught herpes, that was just the end of the whole sex.
Now this was cheating on when you with somebody so she was cheating, got herpes, and you didn't leave this woman. I mean, what point do you leave a woman as a man? I think when you come home with herpes, that's the point that I'm going to be like, hey, yeah, I can't do this, But he stuck around and allowed her to sleep with this dude, and is still to this day married to her. And how does he not have? So at this point, he hasn't had sexual relations with his wife in all this time. I think if she got it, you got it, kind of thing. Okay. That you hadn't approved of.
Oh yeah.
So she was cheating outside of the relationship, not just essential stuff that you was allowing, but other people that you wasn't allowing.
Exactly.
Okay. So around that day, you decide that you're going to go ahead. You're going to take Brandon to get his vehicle, and you decide to leave. Okay. I'm assuming you have to once again go down 8th Street to get out the neighborhood. For anybody that don't know, this neighborhood is basically one way in, one way out.
One way out.
Yeah. When you go in, you have to go past the splash pad to get in it. You have to come past the splash pad to get out it. Well, technically, there is another way out. Okay. There is. If you wanted to get 100% technical, you could get out. You would need a little bit of an off-road vehicle, a truck maybe, but you could get out of there a different way. Because I found a different way to get out of there. You have to go down that little embankment, go around the Snake River. You go up under this bridge. You go down this dirt road. You'll come up around this bend, and it'll take you out to another little road. So, I mean, technically, you could get out another way, but most traffic wouldn't do that because you would have to ride down these dirt roads and these little embankments and shit. So, really, there's one way in, one way out. In the Snake, at the end of 8th Street is a windy dirt road that leads you down to the Snake River. It's I think it's 3 neighborhoods in a cul-de-sac type area. I'll show it to you guys on the map in a little bit. So when you was leaving there, around what time do you think you decided, okay, Brandon, and who all left with you? What does that say? Sarah, I'll buy you a double cheeseburger if you will let me sleep with Brandon. Stacy, it's a deal. Hurry, I'm hungry. Hey, that double cheeseburgers, I remember when a double cheeseburger, you get one for, what was it, 99 cents on a value meal? Now you get a double cheeseburger, $17. Sarah went with you, Brandon went with you. By this time, Adrian's already gone.
Yeah, so it's just us 3.
So y'all load up in what vehicle do you load up in?
Took the red GMC for the burgundy.
The GMC. So at some point you're leaving. Do you stop anywhere on the way?
Yeah. No, we didn't. Sorry.
Okay.
My puppy's just sweating.
Okay, see right there, he lied. They did stop. They stopped to put the power steering fluid in. So you just got to listen. He got to remember what he's saying. Then he goes into, I did stop, put power steering fluid in the truck. Yeah, I did see a little boy. But and you listen to his first questions, he's nothing's unusual that day. Well, it ain't unusual that you seen a little boy that's missing. That ain't unusual to you. That shit's unusual, bro. That shit's unusual. So it's just like, I don't know. Is he slow? And I don't want to pick on somebody that's slow. He got cheeseburgers in his eyes. Look, he says he got this alcohol baby when you drink, when you pregnant syndrome. I don't know nothing about that, guys. I don't know anything about that. I ain't a medical professional or nothing like that. I don't know if the dude has any conditions or anything. I asked him, did he suffer from any kind of thing? He was like, nah, I have a little bit of anxiety, but so I don't think he's slow. I think he's he grifts to get by in life. I think that's what it is. Okay. He's just kind of flopping from place to place. He was in group homes when he was young. He's kind of been a couch surfer, people taking him in, good Christian people. And he's just kind of like, really don't want to do nothing with himself. That's what I take from this, Okay. At some point, did you have to put brake fluid or power steering fluid or something into your vehicle? Okay.
I'm sorry. Yeah, we did stop at like right outside the subdivision.
So you stopped right outside the subdivision. Are you talking about like on the main drag on like 8th?
Yeah, 8th Street, 8th in Arizona. That stop sign right there.
So you come out your neighborhood and you come to 8th right there at the corner. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And you stop and you put power steering fluid in your vehicle.
Yep.
Now, was you the only person to get out the vehicle at that point?
Yeah.
Okay. Mm-hmm. So you check the level. You see it needs some power steering fluid. Now, see how quickly the story changed, though, right? Just a minute ago, he didn't stop anywhere, right? That fast, his story changed. Within a matter, not even a minute, his story changed that quick. Well, no, we didn't stop anywhere. And I was like, oh, at some point you stopped putting, oh yeah. See, so I'm asking him questions a lot that I already know the answers to. Okay, that's just to see if he'll lie. Now, while you was there, did you notice anything?
Noticed a boy playing in the neighborhood, somebody's yard, but it didn't get any more unusual than.
Now let me it didn't seem unusual. I seen a kid playing. It didn't seem unusual. Power steering pump. Get in my belly. I know the area pretty good. So when you come out your neighborhood, there's a field that sits adjacent straight across from your neighborhood, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, now if you was to go down, the first right would be, let's see, the first right. I don't know what the name of that street is off of 8th.
Okay, say repeat. What are you asking? Which
I'm just trying to get a location where you would have stopped, a good general basis of where you stopped. Like
do you know where Arizona is, right? So you pull out the subdivision, Hidden Meadow subdivision, and you take a left, and right there's a little dirt patch right before the
I know exactly what you're talking about.
Yep. So we pulled off right on the right hand side of the road.
Okay.
Before Arizona.
Okay. Now let me ask you this.
Probably 500 feet before.
Okay, so in this, what time would you think this was during the day?
5:15.
No,
sorry. We left about 5:30, so it'd been like 5:40.
5:40. Okay.
Hand my bottle up there, please.
All right. So when you're sitting there, you're putting power steering fluid in your vehicle. And okay, so he's there putting the power steering fluid. Like you start getting to the part, you notice he don't really he ain't paying attention. Okay, like it gets to the important questions. He's not really paying attention. He's just like, like he's not really listening. And you notice a child tell me a little bit about the child you noticed. What did you see? What was going on? What you can remember? I know it's been 2.5, almost 3 years, so I know it's hard, but if you can remember anything from maybe what the kid was wearing, what the kid looked like.
I just know he had dark.
Okay, yeah. Why does this man got a tongue ring? Okay. It's 2024 and this man literally has a tongue ring. Okay. Chewing tobacco, laying on his back fat with a damn tongue ring. Okay.
Dark brown hair.
Uh-huh.
He was taller, like he had to have been 8, 9, 10 years old.
Mm-hmm.
Did not look anything. Not. I mean, mind you, it wasn't a clear picture. You know what I mean? He wasn't really. I wasn't really trying to pay attention. You know,
Yeah, you was doing putting
I
power
just always
steering.
pay attention to just pay attention to my surroundings all the time. You
Mm-hmm.
know, but nothing was unusual about it. Like you just seemed like a normal kid just playing in the neighborhood.
Yeah, and you say he had a toy. Do you remember what kind of toy he may have had?
No,
Oh, you don't.
I didn't pay attention again. I just know he was playing with something. Is all I know.
And you didn't see nobody else around the kid. Was he in a yard?
Yeah,
Or was
he was in the neighbor's yard. Yeah, or one of the people's yards.
he in the neighbor's yard? Did y'all catch that? He was in the neighbor's yard. How did you know he wasn't in his yard? Did y'all catch that? Anybody catch that? Anybody catch that? He was in the neighbor's yard. How did he know the kid was in the neighbor's yard? How does he not know that was the kid's yard? Did y'all catch that? Did y'all catch that little slip? He was in the neighbor's yard. Clearly. That's what he said. He was in the neighbor. How do you know, Mister? I'm aware of my surroundings. How do you know that kid was not in his own yard? Because you knew what yard was Michael's. You knew what house Monkey lived in, and you knew he wasn't in his yard. That's how you know. That's why you said he wasn't in his yard. Because you knew what house the kid lived in. Facts. Dolly's a great detective. Great. I stayed at a Holiday Inn Express one time. I could solve any mystery. I watched Scooby Doo as a kid. I got this shit.
Off of East Street, but
Okay.
I
Okay.
assumed it was just
So
somebody's
he
kid.
wasn't playing. He wasn't playing in none of the fields over there.
No,
Oh, okay. That's what I was trying to get at. Was he in the field or was he near? You know, because a lot of that is
outside
field. Like, you go to college? Nah, I watched 10 straight years of Scooby Doo, bitch.
the neighbors, outside the house, like in the
So,
front yard.
across from the field, which would sit right across from the field. Okay. Okay. So how long do you think you was there putting power steering fluid in the vehicle?
At max 30 seconds. It doesn't take very long.
And then you jump in. Okay, he's like pit. Nothing about this dude says pit crew. Okay, let me tell you. Does anything about this dude say pit crew? I don't see nothing about NASCAR in this guy. He's like, yo, look, dude, it takes you 30 seconds to breathe. Okay, big boy. I don't see you getting out the truck quick. Okay, I don't see you getting out the vehicle quick. I don't see you popping the hood quick. You know, what, you didn't have a damn top on it? Maybe that's why I was leaking so much power steering fluid. It takes you 30 seconds to get the damn top off the thing, right? You were out there long enough to see that kid was in the neighbor's yard, though. That's how long you was out there. Facts. 30 seconds. Mr. Pit Crew himself. We can get you a damn job at NASCAR. Why are you posting Craigslist ads? We need to get you we need to get you to Daytona. Okay? Mr. Daytona himself, Stacey Wandra. Get the hell out in 30 seconds. You were out there eyeing that kid and knew what house he lived in. You done watched him go to the neighbor's yard. You knew all those things. Disgusting. And you leave from there and you continue down 8th Street to go to Brandon's. What is it? His mother's house?
Okay. Yeah.
Now, let me ask you this. Do you remember, but I know it's been a long time. I know this is probably a trick on you. You might not remember. Do you remember what Brandon and Sarah were wearing that day?
No.
No way you don't remember at all? No. Was it, were they dressed?
Brandon always wore shorts usually in the summertime, so I'd assume it was shorts. Sarah probably wore her jeans, if I had to guess.
And Sarah wore her jeans. She wasn't wearing them around Brandon. Okay, so she's wearing some jeans, and he usually wears shorts.
Yeah.
You ever know Brandon to wear shirts with like cut off sleeves or anything?
No.
Never see him with no cut off. Yeah, he's usually naked when he's around Stacy. He's like, nah, usually when I see him at my house, he's butt naked walking through the kitchen. Please. Okay, now at that point, y'all leave there. Y'all don't stop no more in the neighborhood, right? Correct?
You know what?
Y'all don't stop in the neighborhood no more after putting the power steering.
Not at all.
Okay, so now y'all leave. Nah, they done got what they wanted. You know what I'm saying? They got the power steering. Power steering might be code word for Michael Monkey Vaughn. Yeah, we got the power steering in the trunk. Roger that. Okay. And they grab this little boy, or Brandon grabs this little boy. One of them grabbed this little boy. I'm leaning more towards Brandon grabbed the little boy because Brandon's a little more athletic, and that's why we see Brandon on the CCTV. So Brandon, you got some explaining to do. What happened to that boy is the $1 million question. But I think Monkey could have outran this dude. Okay. But I don't think Monkey could have outran Brandon, but he definitely could have lapped fucking Stacy. Down 8th Street, and then you're heading towards Kuna, you said, correct?
Correct.
All right. So on the way to Kuna, did you stop anywhere to go to the bathroom, stop to get anything to drink? Nothing on the way. So you was already gassed up.
No, we already had gas in the truck. I always kept the truck full. 90% of the time, the truck was always full on gas.
Okay. And when y'all came up out of 8th Street, what direction did you go in when you came up out of 8th Street? Did you take a left? Did you take a right? Which way did you take?
When we left to go to Kuna, or when we came back?
Yeah, when you left.
We took a right off Whitley, going up US 95 to the interstate past the Chevron.
Okay, I got you. But y'all never stopped at that Chevron at any point?
No.
Oh, okay. All right. So how long did it take you think, to get to Brandon's house? About an hour and a half, right?
45 minutes.
Now, there's a lot of stuff about this Brandon's house coming out. You know, what went on, what transpired at Brandon's house. What did Brandon take to that house? And here's the thing, guys. You know, he takes a bag to this house. Now, he goes there to wash clothes. But here's the thing. Sarah had a laundry business. They had a washer and dryer where he was staying. So why would he need to bag up his clothes to go to his mama's house to wash his clothes when he's staying at somebody that's running a laundry business from Craigslist, running a towing business, running a happy ending business, running all kind of damn whatever business they could get into business? Why would he take a duffel bag? Why would he go to his mother's house with it after they leave a neighborhood that has a missing child? Avoid the cameras at the house, at his mother's house. Go and wash clothes, but don't stay to wash and dry them. Just go and change his clothes. Why would Brandon need to change clothes? Why would he need to look different than he looked going back to the neighborhood? Does any of that make any sense? Does it make any sense? What transpired at Brandon's house? And why were they there longer than what they appear to be saying? Were they in the house? Were they in the car? From statements that are coming out, some people say they were, some people say they won't. And this is between them. Something don't completely add up. Sidekick, thank you so much for gifting the membership. That is super awesome of you. Thank you. Big virtual hugs to you this morning.
45 minutes. It depended. I don't remember exactly because traffic could have been, again, that was a long time ago, you know, so I'm trying to do the best I can. But traffic most likely was a little backed up. But traffic is only usually backed up coming from Boise to Ontario, not usually going from Boise to Ontario or Boise to or Fruitland to Boise.
Yeah, I follow you. Okay, so y'all didn't stop anywhere in between the trip. Y'all
No.
drove straight over to Brandon's, and that was his mother's house, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Now, did Brandon have anything with him?
He had his duffel bag full of clothes, but it was small. It wasn't even a huge
It
duffel.
was small. See, he goes to emphasize that this bag was small. Well, Michael was small. Why did he take clothes if he was just going to get the car? Okay. And if he wasn't supposed to be there, why does he have all these people at his mother's house, inside his mother's house? Why avoid the cameras at the house? Why did cadaver dogs hit at that house? Them are my questions. Summers Army, thank you for joining, becoming a member.
It was tiny.
Happy birthday
Like,
to Summer. What do you consider tiny? Like a book
I
bag
mean,
size, or big enough to fit?
Take
skate?
like a small duffel bag, you know, had the little hand straps on it, but not near big enough to put any a human in it at all.
Okay, so you're saying there's no way that he could have stuffed a small child or
No.
anything in that bag. He just had dirty clothes in the bag.
Yeah.
Okay, so y'all get over there about 45 minutes later. What happens when y'all get there? What transpires at that point? Yes, they've done digging at his mom's house, Brenda's mother's house. They dug up the backyard at Sarah's house because Sarah and Stacie told them the body was in the backyard. Sarah, I believe, has some mental issues, and she said God said that Stacie did it. So you have these weird conflicting so either they done inserted themselves into this missing case by saying these things, but even if they're lying, let's just say Stacie says he's lying, the dogs ain't. These cadaver dogs definitely hit in the yard. Okay, and they took other significant evidence inside the house. They're saying indictments are coming down. You know, as soon as the courts meet for indictments, we may see these people get indicted. Okay, we may see them get indicted on the charges. The cadaver dogs hit at his house. They hit at Brandon's mother's house, and it's odd that in this, everywhere they went, the cadaver dogs hit. They have inconsistent statements. Brandon's statements aren't the same as Stacie's statements. Adrian's statements ain't the same as neither one of their statements. The stuff I heard Sarah has said don't match up with none of their statements. So all of them have different stories for the same day. Okay. That's like, let's just say 3 or 4 of us were hanging out. We went out and did something that day. We would have pretty similar stories. Some of their stories are just totally different about where they went, where they stopped, what they ate, different things, you know, just totally different. And, I mean, you could be off a little bit, you know, because it's been a little while. I give people the benefit of the doubt. Yeah, I'm trying to ask you something, but some things you remember, and I just felt like a lot of this, he was lying and trying to deflect.
Brandon went into the house. He said he was going to go do some laundry or whatever. He's going to get some water because, you know, he always told us he didn't like drinking our water at our house, which made no sense because he drank it all the time. Like he would drink lots of it. So,
Well, I'm kind of
Huh?
like that too. I don't drink water from places I ain't from.
Yeah.
It makes you sick. It'll make you sick. Every time I go and drink water and I'm not from that place, it'll make me sick. I don't know what it is. My body can't take it. If I drink bottled water, I'm okay. That's a fact. Like if I drink tap water, let's say I go out of state and I drink tap water, it'll make me sick. I can understand that. So he goes inside to wash clothes. Now, did he wash the clothes that he was wearing?
No, he just did a change of clothes. But
so how do you know if you wasn't in the house? See, here's where the thing goes. No, he didn't wash them clothes. Well, how do you know? You said you sat in the truck. How do you know these things you have no way of knowing? You know, you told me you sat in the truck, you didn't go inside, but yet you say he didn't wash the clothes that he was wearing. How do you know? How the hell do you know what he did if you didn't go inside? How do you know? He said he seen him putting clothes in the bag, but you didn't see what he took out the bag. I believe all of these people were in that house that night.
I
So
just
he
know he
goes,
literally. All I know, to my knowledge, he just washed the clothes. It was a wash. It was a duffel bag.
but he did change the clothes he was wearing, you said.
Yes.
Okay, so he goes in, changes clothes, washes the clothes that's in his duffel bag. Do you or Sarah ever go in the house with him? Thank you, Princess. You rock.
No, Sarah and I stayed. I was outside. Um. Sorry.
You're fine. He's thinking of his
I was
life.
outside hooking the vehicle up to the car.
Okay. What kind of vehicle do you remember? Did
Yeah,
Brandon?
it was a Mercedes Benz. It was 1999 Mercedes Benz.
1999.
Brandon was always, for some reason, he was always.
Okay, now they're acting like this took just matter of minutes, that this was a quick thing. But the thing is, they were at this house for hours. But they make it seem like they were there 20 minutes. And there's one other thing that stuck out really, really bad to me, right? And trigger one of guys, when he stops again because the tow strap breaks, did anybody notice what he said he drove past when he stopped? Did anybody notice what he said? He hasn't said it yet, but for people who haven't seen this interview, he goes the way that there's a landfill. Did anybody notice he said that in the interview when I originally did it? So they're at this house for hours. When they go back, they got to stop to fix the strap because the strap breaks, but they go back past the landfill. Coincidental? Maybe, but maybe not.
Always a fan of foreign vehicles. I could never understand it, but
Yeah, I had one of those too. It was a piece of shit. Okay, I don't remember if it was
Mercedes sucks. I don't.
It was. I think
And
mine was.
when it comes to fixing them, is ridiculous.
I know mine had a little piece go out, and it was a fortune. I ended up junking the car over. It was too much to fix it. So,
Yeah.
so you hook up his
Foreign
Mercedes 1999 piece of crap to the GMC. So you're outside, he's inside. How long do you think that takes you to get that all hooked up and stuff like that?
Well, I had to make sure it was, secure. You know what I mean? So I'd probably say it took me maybe 15 minutes to get
Yeah.
everything lined up because I had to push his car out of the driveway, and then had to,
So basically, you and Sarah just wait in the vehicle while he's
Correct.
inside washing clothes. What was like her demeanor like that night? Was y'all having good conversations? Was y'all getting along? How was everything in y'all's relationship at this point, like as far as y'all conversation wise in the vehicle?
I mean, we just. It's hard for me to drive without music and be in the truck without music. Music is my life.
Uh-huh.
So a lot of times when Sarah and I were in the truck, even if we're just sitting somewhere, I would blast music. Um, I would just turn the music up. I had a really good sound system in the truck. So, I think most likely at that time, it was more music than it was conversation.
Okay, so y'all were just sitting around listening to me. What kind of music do you listen to, Stacey?
You name it, I'd
Are
probably
you like a classic rock guy? Are you like a metalhead? Or you like I like pop?
well, you and I would probably get along pretty good because Five Finger Death Punch.
I like Five Finger Death Punch. They're awesome.
Five Finger
Yeah.
Death Punch, Volbeat, Shinedown, 3
Okay.
Days Grace. I like Metallica, like Skid Row.
Oh, I love Skid Row. One of my favorite
Journey.
bands back in the day.
Yeah, 18 to Life is my favorite song by them.
That's crazy. We probably would get along, didn't Stacey? I'm a super big Sebastian Bach fan. I hate to admit it.
Oh my God.
I love
Sebastian Bach is amazing. And then I like Falling in Reverse.
Falling in Reverse is good. Okay. I got to get it.
Escape the Fate, 18 Visions, Burn Halo.
Hey, guy. All right. Let me blow this up. So, the Detective PJ on the case here. All right. So, she sent me a picture. Let me see if I can pull this picture up for you guys. Give me 1 second. Okay. All right, this right here. Now, I'm not positive if this is the duffel bag or not. But if you look at this picture, here is Stacy and Sarah. And you look right behind them, they're at a laundromat. And there is a duffel bag behind them. Now, is that bag big enough that you could spit a small child, 5-year-old child into? I don't know. Okay. But they had some duffel bags. Now, is that the one bag they had, or did they have different bags? Did they have multiple bags? Because this don't sound like the bag that he was describing, and I don't see Brandon, and this is them with a duffel bag. So maybe they had multiple bags in the back of this truck. The plot thickens. Okay, the plot thickens. All right, let me close that. Let's get back to this dude lying his ass off. Okay.
Cool.
Okay, I got a good concept of the kind of music you listen to now. Okay, so
I like
y'all
some rap too, but
y'all jamming out, y'all. You know, is Sarah kind of into the same stuff as you, like the same rocker type?
no.
She's not.
She would tolerate it just because she knew that's all I would play.
What kind of stuff was she into? Is she what kind of music? Like, is she?
Trey songs, R&B a lot. Trey
Okay.
songs, BB King, Rihanna, you know, just girl shit.
Yeah, I got you. Sounds to Kidnap too. She bought that CD. So yeah, I listen to that. I mean, I gotta listen to it. I got a girl, so she makes me listen to that same type of stuff. Okay, so y'all sitting out there, very little conversation, just jamming out the music. And how long do you think y'all sat out there waiting on him to do the clothes? You know, just a guess.
I think he just threw him in the washer at that time. I don't think he even put him in the dryer, but I think it probably took him maybe 10 minutes, 15 minutes.
Okay.
About the time it took me to hook the car up and stuff.
So he washed them fairly. So that's super quick. 15 minutes. This dude jumped out the car like Tom Petty in the damn pit crew, strapped up this damn car, picked it up with his chin, right? Hooked a strap to it, and was ready to go in 15 minutes. They done washed clothes, got everything going in 15 minutes. That didn't happen. That definitely did not happen. You tell me that they did all this in 15 minutes. It didn't happen. So he just throws his clothes in there. He don't take them. He goes back the next day. So his clothes are just sitting in the washer, soaking ass wet. He changes clothes. What reason did he have to change clothes? He didn't do any work. He didn't hook the car up. He didn't strap the car. But he's going to go there and change clothes, wash clothes there when they run a damn laundry service from Craigslist. Don't make good sense. Something don't sounds off. Something sounds like a lie. Quick.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And okay, from there y'all got the car hooked up. And then where do y'all go from there?
So we took a route going through, I want to say going through Eagle Road, down to the Black Canyon Highway. I remember that took you into Payette, by Clay Peak Landfill.
That right there sent chills up my spine. Soon as he said that, now listen, my history with people missing in landfills are not good, right? We remember Leilani Simon, Quentin Simon, the damn landfill. Okay. When I heard this man say he went by a landfill, my heart almost dropped out my chest. It gave me the most eerie, creepy vibes I could have humanly got. Okay. It at the same time, I'm trying to, hold it together, keep this going smooth, not letting my emotions play into it, because it's such a horrible, tragic thing that is going on in Fruitland, Idaho. Like, horrible. Like that scares me. And there's so many places to hide a small child and things of this nature. Now, I think what's going to happen, my honest opinion is one of these dudes are going to break. They're going to get indicted. And then when they do, they're all going to tell on each other. Okay. That's why, you know, somebody out there, the one that talks first, you're going to be the one that gets the least time. And I you know, the way I look at the justice system is all of you should really be, you know, pay with your lives. But that ain't how the justice system works. Okay. Somebody talks, somebody maybe get to walk. If I wasn't responsible for physically taking this young boy's life, I would fucking talk right now, quick as you can. I'd be screaming it to the rooftops. If Brandon, you're watching, Adrian, you're watching, I'd start screaming, because in the end of this, all of you are going to prison. All right. The question is this: how long do you want to spend there? How long do you want to stay? Do you want to check in for good? Or you don't? That's the question. That's what you need to answer to yourselves. Them and the demons you better fight, because them and the demons you're facing. Let's be honest. We all know what's coming for these people. We all know. The internet knows. That's why we're like, okay, we're going to watch this train smash into a wall, and we're about to watch these people go to prison. We're about to watch these people chew each other apart. And I think Stacie probably realizes this like this. I better, and he's came out, you know, starting to scream too, like, hey, this, but it don't add up. You know, your story don't add up. If this is Sarah that has done this, and she's put Adrian and Brandon and these people up to this, you need to tell them where this child is at, really at. And I truly believe this. I don't think Brandon, Sarah, Adrian, or whatever went down, I don't think they trust Stacie. I believe at one point that baby was in that backyard, and Stacie told. They went to get the baby. Sarah done moved that bitch. Okay? That is truly what I'm believing is going on. They're everybody is, you notice they're not cool with each other anymore. They're not hanging out anymore. What happened? Well, all y'all are living together, y'all best friends. All of a sudden, nobody likes each other. Everybody's went their own ways and things of that nature. Something transpired in their friendship. Had to have. They just buddies one day and like, oh, fuck you the next. That ain't how life works. Something has transpired between all these individuals. Something has made them flee each other. And I mean, when I mean flee each other, I mean flee. Like one person's in a different state in Colorado, one person's in Washington, D.C. You got one person in Oregon, you know what I'm saying? So all of them are like, they done got the hell out of Dodge. Why did they scatter like roaches? They didn't drop a nuclear bomb off there, did they? It seemed like everybody ran. Everybody was like, I don't know that person. I don't have nothing to do with that person. Y'all were just chum. Y'all were just buddies. Y'all were just taking selfies. Make it make sense. Make it make sense.
Landfill and stuff like that. But
so y'all drove past the landfill. What made you decide to take a different route back than you took there?
Well, anybody that's ever tows a vehicle on the tow strap knows that.
So you took interstate there, and what, take the back way back with the vehicle towing?
Correct.
Is that why you chose to do that? That would make probably the most sense. Yeah, because I tow trailers. A lot of times I'll take the back route, so I don't have to get on the interstate with the trailer. So you was just circling back a different way because, and you say that took you down past the landfill, all those things, and y'all was heading back. Where was y'all heading to at that point? Back home?
Yes.
Okay, but they stop again. because that strap breaks, right? Now, here's the thing. They're near a landfill. They're on the side of the road. They got duffel bags, okay? Why? Why? You just happen to have another strap. You were prepared for the strap to break. Mr. Prepared over here. You're Mr. fucking Richard Petty when it comes to damn NASCAR fixing things in 5 seconds. I just don't see that in this. I don't see Mr. Wrench It in this dude. Okay. Like if you jumped out the damn tow truck, I would be like, yeah, this dude ain't fixing shit. He looked like he about to rock himself to sleep trying to get up. So on the way back home, did y'all stop anywhere, or maybe stop, get a drink, use the bathroom, or any of these things on the way back?
Yeah, so we had pulled off. So we made a turn, and Sarah towing the vehicle. You know, she had never towed one before. She wanted to learn. So
you wasn't
safe.
driving. You was a passenger. Okay. Did you drive there, or did Sarah drive to Brandon's?
No, she drove there and back.
Oh, she drove there and back. So she had
Yeah.
never towed a vehicle at this point. So you just kind of coaching her along the way as she's. Well, you know, maybe he didn't drive because he was restraining something. Anybody ever thought about that? Well, all of a sudden now, this night, he's not driving the vehicle. Why not? Because maybe there was an out of control kid screaming and crying, fighting in that vehicle. And it took a grown man to be able to control possibly a 5-year-old child. I think that's why he wasn't driving. I think they're into some he may be into some creepy stuff. His wife may be into some creepy stuff, and his friends are definitely into some creepy stuff. His fucking neighbors are into some creepy stuff. Who would have thought that neighborhood that I thought was so nice when I walked up, I was like, I live here. Oh, hell no. Hell no. Nah. If I was y'all, I'd move out. There's all kind of creepy people in that damn neighborhood.
Exactly. Yep.
Okay. So y'all pull off. You say you pull off somewhere else?
Yeah, because what happened is oh no, it was at a stoplight. We didn't.
It was at a stoplight, you said?
Yes.
So y'all didn't pull off and stop anywhere?
No.
Y'all guys, and if y'all think this is good, I got some super good stuff coming for you guys. I can't tell y'all everything right now. I just can't. But just know, Dolly got some super awesome stuff coming for you. All right. I just can't share it right now. Just know something's coming. Something big is coming. I'll just stop at a stoplight.
Well, we did stop on the side of the road, but that was because the tow strap snapped.
Oh.
Because there was too much slack.
Uh-huh.
Hey, give me 1 second.
Okay. No, it's not arrest. I hope that comes too. I hope that does come. It's not. It ain't an arrest, but there's something. I got something for you guys. Y'all gonna be like, damn, Dolly. But no, it ain't the arrest. But hopefully, we will see arrest whoever is responsible for this. And you know, like I pray to God, happy birthday to Summer Wells. Whoever's responsible for the disappearance of this little girl, please, baby Jesus, let there be some justice for this kid this year. I don't want it to go on forever. I truly don't. And let there be some justice for Michael Monkey Vaughan this year. Let's end all this shit today. 2024 would be the greatest fucking year ever.
Okay, I'm back. Sorry.
Okay, so we're going to pick back up right where you left off. You said y'all stopped at like a red light, pulled off because the tow strap had broke. Now you get out there. Do you have another tow strap with you?
No, I just there was enough tow strap I could just tie it in a double knot. So that's what I did.
Now, how long do you think you was out there messing with that on the side of the road? Was it like a quick thing? You got out there
15 minutes, 10 minutes probably at tops.
So you were pulled over for about 10 minutes just working on the
I
strap.
know Sarah had gotten out of the vehicle. She really had to take a pee, and
Uh-huh.
she, had to use the bathroom on the side of the road. So that's what she did while I was doing that. But
So they break a strap near a landfill, and people have to get out the vehicle. Okay. The strap breaks. Sarah got to get out. She got to pee. She's never towed a vehicle, so she's towing a vehicle. There's a lot of odd things that occurred this night, wouldn't you say? That usually don't happen. But remember, he said it wasn't an unusual day. Sounds pretty fucking unusual to me. I'm just saying. Sorry about the F-bomb, guys. But it does. It sounds a little unusual, a little strange that now y'all are in the middle of nowhere, parked on the side of the road. Y'all got duffel bags. Somebody towing a vehicle. They never towed a vehicle. Y'all go a different way. Something in this does not add up. Something don't add up. Did she do that right by the vehicle? Did she go in the woods and use the bathroom? Do you remember?
no, it was literally on the side of the road.
Listen, I think Stacie, much as he says what he says about his wife having the herpes and all these things and all these bad things, I think he loves this woman. Listen, I think Don and Candace love each other. It's dysfunctional. And yeah, sometimes in this world, weirdos love each other. I honestly think that it was one of these get me a kid things. And I pray to God Brandy ain't listening. Okay. Brandy, if you're listening, tune off. Okay. Cut off for a minute. All right. That they couldn't control little monkey. They thought they were going to grab a kid and he's just going to be like, hey, I'm your kid. Howdy ho. Let's be friends. Hell no. Monkey knew his mama and daddy. He knew what was going on and he fought. That little boy probably fought for his life. Okay. With everything he had in his 5-year-old body. And I knew he would have ran from Jabba to Stacie, right? But he couldn't outrun Brandon. And if Brandon, if you snatch this kid for these people or whatever is going on, it is some weird, I believe has something to do. I don't even want to say it. I don't even want to say the word. Okay. I'm just going to skip over it. But these people, I believe to be monsters. I'm going to try to keep it nice and not just snap off on what, I can't give you. I'll give you about 80% of what I think. I can't give you 100 yet. I can't give you 100. Oh, so she just squats and pees right there where y'all are at.
Yep.
Okay. Yeah, I've seen that done. I know how ladies are. Seen some crazy things. Some crazy
They gotta go.
Yeah, true that. Okay, so at that point you get the vehicle, you get it back strapped down. Do you remember what highway you're on at this point that you pulled off? Is it right near where the landfill or any of that stuff?
Highway 55.
Highway 55. Okay.
I think so.
So you get the vehicle fixed back up, you got it going. Did you stop once you did it to check on it again, or did you just keep moving forward with it?
No, I just kept moving forward. I knew I tied it good enough.
Okay, so at this point, now listen, let's just say they left the neighborhood. We know they left the neighborhood at 6:30. That's the time they seen Michael Monkey Vaughan in the neighbor's yard. He clearly said it. The kid was in the neighbor's yard. If you've never seen the kid before, how would you know he's in the neighbor's yard? Okay. How would you know? There's more to this as the pages unfold. We're going to find out more. But they clearly were in the area that this child went missing at the time he went missing. They were at Brandon's house for hours, not 15 minutes to hook up a car. They stop in the middle of nowhere for God knows what reasons. They have completely inconsistent statements. And there's some statements that I can't really tell you how I know. Just know that I know. From this point, you're driving straight back to your house. You're going back down the highway. You're getting back to where you live, correct?
Correct.
All right. So you go back in onto 8th Street. For people that are watching, 8th Street's the only way in, the only way out. At what time do you think you enter 8th Street coming back with the tow?
What time do you think we got back?
Yeah, with the tow from Brandon's house after he washed the
Oh,
clothes and you hooked up the
yeah,
video.
no, it was probably 9:15, 9:30 at night.
9:30 at night. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And y'all say so at 9:30 at night when you enter, okay, so that gives them a total of being gone 3 hours according to his time frame. Okay. Now we're going to find out later on as this progresses that this time frame is going to change from each individual. Okay. The time frame is different from everybody. So they're coming back at 9:30ish. Okay. So if they were at that house for hours and it takes them roughly 45 minutes to get there, 45 minutes to get back, there's an hour and a half of just travel time. Okay. Now you got to remember they broke down, they washed clothes, they stopped and peed. You know what I'm saying? Did they do all this in that amount of time? Or is it they got back a little bit later at night, around 10:30, 11ish. Okay. Around that time. And then Brandon and Sarah went out allegedly to search. But is that true? We may find out that may not be true. Were they walking around the neighborhood searching, Sarah and Brandon? There's cameras in that neighborhood. Wouldn't the cameras have caught them walking around the neighborhood searching? Or is it a fact that they wasn't on foot searching? We may come to find out down the road, maybe they did search, maybe they didn't. 8th Street, what do you see? Do you see anything unusual? Is there people in the neighborhood?
When we got back, there was a shit ton of people all over,
just walking around, or what were the people doing? What did you observe?
Police officers, search and rescue, just neighbors, people from the communities. I told Sarah to stop and ask what happened, and because Brandon was steering the vehicle behind us.
So he was actually in the vehicle you were towing?
Yes, because he had to steer it.
Oh wow. Okay. I didn't know you was towing it like that. You literally towing it with a strap.
100%. Yeah, there was no trailer or anything.
Oh, okay. For this whole time, I'm thinking you got a trailer and you got it lifted up on a trailer and you got it strapped in.
Oh, no.
You're towing this vehicle with a strap and he's driving the vehicle behind you. Okay.
Yeah.
I completely understand now. I completely understand that is some Beverly Hillbilly shit. Okay. Like he act like he was running a tow business. You running a strap business. If a car pulled up with a key to tow my vehicle with a strap, I'd be like, dude, you better get up out of here. You know what I'm saying? Can you imagine paying for roadside assistance? You get Stacey Wanderer with a strap. I'd be like, I'd done fall off on the side of the road, have a heart attack. Like, man, I'm canceling this shit. Okay, so you're coming in like a convoy with a car strapped to you.
Yeah. Hey, quick question for you. What's the somebody wants to join the live?
Stop picking your nose on the live. Okay, can we get past the digging in your ass nose? Bad enough we had to stare up your nostrils for a straight hour. We can see you ain't got no brain.
I'll watch it. Where do they go?
They can go to Dolly Vision, okay, on YouTube.
Okay.
You just type in Dolly Vision, like the singer. There's two greats. Well, there's one great and there's one that ain't. I'm the one that ain't. I'm sure he has plenty of experience with straps. Him, Brandon, and Sarah. Okay. I'm not Dolly Parton. I'm Dolly the idiot. Okay. So all they do is put in Dolly Vision and it should pull up my channel and they can click on it and watch.
Gotcha. Okay.
I said nasty booger boy.
Thank you. Yeah. And I got to make a correction. It was Highway 52. Highway
52 that you had pulled off to strap the car back in. So when you get into the neighborhood, you start seeing fire, search and rescue, things of this nature. People
Everybody.
walking around the neighborhood, and you
Yep.
tell Sarah to pull over and ask somebody what's going on. All right, what when she pulled up to somebody, what did they say?
They asked him what was going on, and they were like, "Oh, well,
Now this part has changed. He changes his wording, so he knows he's kind of been tripped up here of what he says. So he already knows, because this ain't the first interview he did. He knows people are picking the words apart, so he tries to change it a little bit right here.
a little boy has disappeared."
A little boy has disappeared. Did they say disappeared, or did they say abducted? Do you remember? Because that's what he said in previous interviews, that the little boy was abducted. Now, at that point, they didn't know the kid was kidnapped. Monkey could have just been missing, wandering around the neighborhood, been in the reservoir area that y'all see me in the intro that I'm walking in, where it's that gate. He could have been down in there. They could have been searching down in there where there's some little creeks. He could have been down by the Snake River. So they were searching for him. They didn't know at this point that this child had been kidnapped. So when he goes into an interview and says somebody comes up to the vehicle and says the vehicle, that don't mean it couldn't have been a stranger that said, "Hey, yeah, a kid's been kidnapped." I just don't buy it. I just don't buy it. I don't think anybody said anything to him. There's nobody's come forward and said, "Hey, we said something to Stacie and Sarah that night." Okay. So where's the person that told them this? Who's the person that told them this? I'm sure the person that told them this would be into this case, would be watching this case. They haven't came out. Nobody's came out and said, "Yeah, I seen them that night. They pulled up to me." I believe this to be untrue. The reason they knew the child was missing is because they were there when the child went missing. Good morning, Dolly. Good job nailing down the timeline for the two tongue snake. Yeah, I mean, he puts himself there. He puts himself at the scene of the crime. He puts himself coming back with knowledge of the crime. To me, okay, we know indictments are coming. And somebody is going to jail for this. If it's this old lady responsible, somebody needs to speak up. And the biggest thing is this. We want to know where that baby's at. Brandy deserves a good night's sleep. She deserves some closure. They deserve to have the proper burial for little Michael Monkey Vaughan. They deserve that. You scumbags out there, whoever's responsible for this, that woman deserves that. Not only did you destroyed their whole family, you put scars on them that'll last forever. There has to be some justice. There has to be answers. It ain't just good enough that we know you did it and you're going to prison. We need to know where that baby's at. And one of you need to tell us. And the only person that deserves any leniency in this is the person that talks. The person that confesses and tells what they did and tells where that baby's at. So this family can have a normal night's sleep. So we can see Brandy smile. That would be awesome. Can you recall?
So I know I made that mistake in the last video. I'm 99% positive it was disappeared. The abducted came later on when
yeah. Well, I understand it's been a great amount of time that's passed, and everybody's memory is not 100% perfect ever. So if you know, they did say something. The point is, somebody came up to the vehicle and let you know there was a disappearance or abduction of a child in the neighborhood. Okay, and then when you pull off from there, what is said in the vehicle? Like, was Sarah like, "Oh my God, I can't believe a kid is missing"?
We're just like, that's crazy.
And
we like never even heard of such a thing happening in that neighborhood.
Now, since this has happened, you know what Michael Vaughan looks like, right? Had you ever seen Michael Vaughan in that neighborhood before?
Not a day in my life. Never even heard the name, never heard of the family, never even knew he existed.
But you knew the kid that was in the yard was in the neighbor's yard. Okay. You never knew this kid existed. Okay. You seen the kid. What kid? How did you know the kid that you seen in the yard was in the neighbor's yard? How did you know the kid wasn't in his yard? So you're there at the very time that Michael Monkey Vaughn goes missing. Okay. You have weird behaviors sexually and other perversions. You hang out with people you don't really know that you've met and let your wife sleep with off the internet. It's just, you're the strangest elements in that area at this time. I won't dare. I don't know if they did it. You know, this is all allegedly. But I just find it strange that you're there when the child goes missing. You come back, you know the kid's been abducted. Everybody else don't know he's abducted. His mother don't know he's abducted. But you do. Your trip don't add up. The amount of time being at the house don't add up. The toe strap breaking and you having another toe strap prepared for when Beverly Hillbillies go wrong don't add up. When things don't add up, there's a reason they don't add up, and you're absolutely right, like the Wells case. But we're not going to get into, we're just going to say happy birthday to Summer Wells today and wish her the best and hope she's found and there's answers. We're not going to go into messing with anybody today or saying anything about anybody today, because it's not about that. Just celebrate that little girl's life today. That's what is important. Share her picture out there just in case, she has been kidnapped or something, and just pray for justice. That's the best gift I can give her today. It's just a prayer that there will be answers for her. So I think that's the best gift we could all give her today. And if we all say that little prayer, maybe, we'll get lucky and little baby Jesus and God will answer our prayers one day, and we don't have to say these prayers for the next 20 years. Okay. How long exactly did you live in that neighborhood? Can I ask you that?
June of 2020 until I got arrested. So she got arrested.
Okay. Now, you get back, you're coming back. Y'all are like, okay, this kid's been, either vanished or he's been abducted. Okay. We got 900 people in the room, over 900 people, and we only got 400 likes on the video. Damn. Wait, hold on. I'm about to rage quit. I got to bring the camera up for this one. What? I'm going to look. When I'm homeless, I'm living on your couch, right? You don't like my video? Don't like it. You ain't got to. But when I'm living and squatting in your front yard with a tent, and you were like, yo, calling the police trying to get me out of the yard, I'm going to send some mail to your house. That way I establish residency and I have squatter rights. Okay. I've been watching this shit on squatters, and you don't want that. Okay. You don't want me living in your front yard. I'll be right up in your shit. I'm gonna be like, look, man, all you had to do was like the videos and you chose not to. You're gonna have to give me a 30-day moving notice. This is my mailing address. I have squatter rights, man. I live in your driveway. You're gonna have to park the car over there. You're taking up my space. You could avoid all that shit right there by simply liking the video. It's free this week to thumb it up. Okay. If you don't want me in your yard, pissing in your flower garden, just like the video. Okay. It's really easy. It's really easy. Okay. So let's get those likes up for your boy, Dolly. Okay. Dolly gotta eat. Gotta eat. It, and you go back to the house, your house, correct? When you get to the house, what goes on then?
Sarah and Brandon took off to go help look for him, and I stayed home because at that time I had pulled around the long way of our road. The other, so you could take a left on Mallard Street.
Oh,
which is where Sarah's parents live, the street that they live on, and that road will lead you.
Evan, thank you, Dolly Food. I get to eat. I ain't gonna starve to death today because of Kevin. You the man. Let's do it.
Around to Red Wing Street. So I did it that way because I wasn't trying to block the road. So
Yeah.
I knew
He said they got back at 9:30. Okay. He said they got back at 9:30. That when they got back, Sarah and Brandon didn't even come in the house. They instantly went and searched for Monkey Michael Vaughn. And that they came back home around midnight. Okay. That is his timeline.
I needed to get the car unmounted from the
Susan.
truck because I was taking up the
See?
length of the street.
Right there. Now, right there, Susan B. I can't squat at her house, right? Because she can be like, Dolly, I gifted you a membership and everything. You're going to have to get the fuck off my lawn. And I'm going to be like, all right, you're right. I'm going to go to the person that didn't like my video. Yeah, you're not far from where you were at. You're not far from the bend in the road either, are you?
No, not at all.
Okay, I understand exactly where you're at. Okay, so you go back to the house. The truck is big with the two cars hooked. So you've got to figure, hey, you're taking up everything. You want to disconnect those to clear up some space on the road.
Correct.
So at this point, how long do you think Brandon and Sarah went in the house before they decided to go, okay, well, let's go look for Michael?
They never went to the house. They never went in the house. They went straight walking to go look for him.
Okay. Now you hear this. Remember this. He said they never went in the house. They got back at 9:30. Somebody came up to him and told him that the kid was, he said, abducted one time. He said disappeared one time. So anyway, that's at 9:30. They instantly walk and they leave. So they go searching and they don't come back till around 12, he says. So they're out searching for roughly around 2.5 hours after they get back. But what search group were they with? What people seen them searching that were out there searching? Is there any witness to them being out there searching? Anybody that was here, it may be in this chat room. Does anybody remember seeing them out there searching? Maybe Brandy, Tyler, or anybody else that was out there the night that it happened and they were out there searching. Does anybody remember seeing these people at all out there looking for Michael Monkey Vaughn? Nobody's come forward and been like, yeah, I remember them, or I've seen them. Yeah, I've seen them looking. They were looking with us. I haven't seen one person come forward and say this. And these videos have done thousands and thousands of views. So where are those people at that would have seen your guys out there searching? So they never went. So you sat there disconnected in the trailer. They left, went walking, looking for Monkey.
Correct.
How long do you think they were gone out looking for Michael?
About an hour, hour and a half.
About an hour and a half. Okay, so they come back. That would have put them back at 11 o'clock. Okay, at 11 o'clock, they were back, according to his statement right now. You're there. What are they talking about at this point? And at this point, y'all haven't seen Adrian since the beginning of this day, right? Since he left early that morning. There had been no more contact with the Adrian guy.
You're gonna have to hold on a second. I'm waiting on the Amber Alert.
Oh, okay.
There's an Amber Alert that just went out, so you know.
That's scary. That is, you know, we got this dude that's a suspect in the disappearance of a missing kid, talking about a damn Amber Alert. Oh, an Amber Alert just went out. Did you have that same notification on your phone that day that Monkey went missing? Did you get an alert that day that he went missing? You definitely got an alert the night we were talking. Oh, an Amber Alert just went out. Did you get the one when Michael Monkey Vaughn went missing? When he was riding around in crab cab, towing vehicles, strapped to it, to the bumper, giving happy endings? Okay, do you want to read it out to us since you're here?
I don't even know how to pull it up.
Oh.
I could have read it, but it was making that loud buzzing sound. So
Yeah. Okay, so at this point, they've been gone for about an hour and a half. right? And they come back home. And what is their demeanor when they come back? Do they talk to you about them searching or what's going on? Do you ask them any questions about what's going on?
What do you mean, Brandon and Sarah?
Yeah, like when they come back, like you'd be like, did you find them? You know, like if he was out searching for something. I was trying not to lead him, but he kept acting like he didn't know what I was talking about. You know, I wasn't trying to lead him into an answer. I was just trying to get an answer out of him. So when I watched, I was thinking it seems a little leading, like I'm trying to lead him in a certain direction, but he's kind of like he does that whole like a confused thing. Something
Yeah,
like
just general questions. Yeah, absolutely. You know,
and
ask if they saw anything.
and can you recall what they had said to you? Or
Um,
anything close maybe that you can remember from it?
Pretty sure they just said that they didn't. No,
Then
nobody's found anything.
that nobody found them.
No.
Now that's the whole conversation. They out searching for kids for an hour and a half. They come back. Hey, how's it going? Oh, nobody found them. Okay. That's the whole conversation. I just don't buy that. I just do not buy that's how everything transpired. I do not believe, okay? I do not believe for 1 second that they even went out searching for Michael Monkey Vaughn. All right. If they were out searching for him, they would be on camera that night out searching with the rest of the searchers. There's no video footage of them out searching, walking around the neighborhood. Not that I'm aware of. Brandon looks just like the person caught on CCTV. According to Stacie, he was wearing shorts. The person caught on camera that day is wearing shorts. Looks to be about the same build, same height. To me, I believe it is 100% Brandon that is caught on that tape that day walking through the neighborhood. Even Stacie says that Brandon walks around the neighborhood. So it looks like Brandon. Brandon walks around that neighborhood. They're there at the same time that this little kid goes missing. We hear Stacie say the kid was in the neighbor's yard. How would he have possibly known that if he's never been on that street like he says? How would he know that? Did he misspeak? Or did he just say what came right out of his mind, right out of his mouth? He knew exactly who Michael Monkey Vaughn was. Sarah, Brandon knew exactly who Michael Monkey Vaughn was. I truly believe they had stalked this kid. They had watched this kid, not just a little bit, but a lot. And they knew. They knew the opportunity. They seen it and they grabbed him. This lady, even according to him, she wanted a kid. And the most horrific way is they thought they could grab this kid and he would just be their kid. That ain't how it works. This little boy is 5 years old. He knew his mama and daddy. He knew he didn't belong to these people. And I believe Monkey put up a fight. And then they knew then, maybe it was just the intent was just to get a baby. Right? Just let's get a baby. Or it could have been more bad. But that little kid didn't go peacefully. And that's why I don't believe Sarah was driving the vehicle. I mean, that Sarah was driving the vehicle because they needed to control an outraged kid that's kicking and screaming, crying, and trying to get loose. I believe little Mikey knew his life was in danger. He knew these were strangers and he knew that they were trying to take him away from his family. And with that, bad things happen. Someone needs to pay for that. Okay? Somebody needs to pay. Somebody knows. And it's just a matter of time before we see how this unfolds. There's one thing look, I was never confident in the Georgia police. The Fruitland, Idaho police, I am so much more confident in. They got a badass dude carries himself like a cowboy. He promised you people going to jail. I like that. Okay. I feel confident when people come out confidently and say, look, there's going to be justice. These people are going to pay the price. That's the type of shit I like to hear. Okay. I feel confident that he came out and like, look, same thing kind of with the Delphi case. They came out and said, look, we got this. Just give us some time. Let's put it all together. But don't, we got it under control. We're going to make an arrest in the Abby and Libby case. And I felt confident. I was like, okay, that's cool. It gave me like, we don't hear that in like the Summer Wells case. Happy birthday, Summer Wells. We don't hear that same confidence. You don't hear Ronnie Lawson, Detective Pruitt come out. Yeah, there's going to be justice for Summer Wells. Somebody's going their ass to jail. I feel a little more confident in them guys. Let's be honest. What is it? Sheriff Huff in Fruitland? That dude's like a badass cowboy. Somebody's going to jail. Okay. I feel confident in that. The police got this shit under control. I just never felt that way in the Summer Wells case. And then police are like, what do you want us to do about it? They just throw their hands up like, oh, like that makes me lose total confidence in there ever be answers for this little girl. We got her daddy screaming, you ain't never going to find her. Usually daddies are screaming, help me find my baby. They ain't usually screaming, you're not going to find my baby. What world do we live in where, like, is it reverse world where everything happens in reverse? Because it makes no absolute sense to me. Like, you look at Brandy, it makes me cry. It hurts my soul. You look at Don and Candace, I'm like, Jerry. It's a total different thing. And look, I've always said if they have nothing to do with the disappearance of Summer Wells, I would be the first person to apologize to these people from the bottom of my heart, right? Like, you've never heard me accuse Brandy of nothing or none like that. The police came out and cleared Brandy. I hate still hearing people accuse her of stuff. I want to see this lady be able to heal, right? If anything should come out of this is this lady should put her head down one day and sleep a peaceful night's sleep and be able to have a day with a smile on her face. And I'm sure she ain't had that solid in years with all these unanswered questions. The internet sometimes can be an awesome place, and it can be a cruel and punishing place for some. Okay, it all is how people perceive you. To me, Brandy is super awesome, strong, powerful woman, could deal with stuff that would have crushed me as a man, and she is going to be a voice in the future for these things. I'm confident of that. Okay. Because it takes somebody super strong to be able to go through this, stand up, face it all, and especially with the news and things she's been given. Right. And we know what the police said, that Michael Monkey Vaughan is no longer with us. They're confident of that. They just don't know where he's at. That's the worst news a mother could ever in this, or a father could ever get in this whole entire world. And she's still here with us, still standing strong for her son. And the good thing is we will get to see justice for Michael Monkey Vaughan. I'm confident in that. Okay. Now, like I said, this one so much, I'm not so confident in. It's different things going on, different things transpiring. There's no updates in the Summer Wells case. The only update really is it's her birthday. She would have been 8 years old today. Bright blue eyes. Happy kid. Running around. If she is out there somewhere, continue to share this picture. Okay. There's also an age progressed picture. It looks like she's like 13 in that one, but she may look similar to that other picture. But this is a picture when she had hair. This is a picture that I also had enhanced. So there was not a lot of good pictures of Summer out there, you know. Don and Candace had a bunch. And I noticed that Candace has slowly been sharing some of them pictures. I just hope there's answers. Okay. I can't say for certain that these people had anything to do with it. I mean, there's that possibility. But the way they handle themselves and things of that nature, it makes me question things. I'm not going to be mean to anybody because, like I said, it's Summer's birthday. And the best thing is if this little girl's out there, we get her image out and we bring her back to Tennessee. Okay. From there, maybe she can live with her brothers or something of that nature. That's what I'll say there. Maybe we can get her back to her brothers. Because I don't believe that Hill is the place. Okay. But I would like to see her reunited with her 3 brothers. Would be awesome. Would be super, super awesome. And much as it hurts my heart to think that Summer's in a similar situation to Monkey Michael Vaughn, I pray to God that I'm wrong. I pray I'm wrong. And I pray still that the police are wrong about Monkey. But I think they have a lot more that we don't know about. You know, the internet gives you a lot. And it can make you go, okay, yeah, these people did it. But we really don't know what the police have. 100% have. They could have some super solid stuff and we just don't know. That won't be released until these indictments come down on these people. I think at some point there needs to be a little pressure put on the police down there handling this Summer Wells case to give us something. This update us with you don't know nothing would be great. Okay. Hey guys, we're still in it with you. Give us a little update. Like, you know, we know leads to come in, but the leads that have, we're following up on, you know, are they ever going to do another search? Or it's just like, that's it. We, you know, and I understand they only have so much resources in the police department. I don't want to rag on the police because there's police out here that are doing really good jobs in missing kids cases. Just like I gave, what was the sheriff in Georgia? I didn't really give him a hard time, but I didn't have confidence in him. Okay. That Georgia sheriff, I did not have, I'm gonna be dead at, I didn't have no confidence in him. And I was wrong. He ended up being a trooper. He ended up being like, he grinded it out. He took the heat. You know what I'm saying? So I was wrong. I can admit that, hey, I was wrong. He was a good cop, man. He did his job and he just didn't come off as confident, you know? He just didn't have that, you know, I got this shit. You know what I'm saying? He didn't have that about him. And I think, you know, he didn't have that, what is it, the Grady dude? Like, yeah, bitch, we're going to get you. We're going to lock you up. See, I'm confident in people like that. You, when you come out and you seem weak, like you don't know what's happening and you don't, I just feel like, yeah, this shit ain't good. But when you come out like swinging, like, yeah, we got you. You know, you can run, but you can't hide. We're going to smoke you out. You know, you can walk in like goddamn George Bush Jr. I feel okay with it. I feel okay, like, yeah, we getting you. You done it. It's a wrap. Okay. Just a matter of time. Like I said, I don't have that confidence in maybe it'll take some new people coming into position in this place. You know, they can't be the sheriff and detective forever. You know, maybe it'll take somebody new and some new blood to come in and look at things maybe from a different perspective. And some people just think the police down there are straight ass dumb. I don't think they're dumb. I just think they don't have much to go off of because this shit happened in the middle of nowhere in the hollers. And the hollers then got cameras, you know, they ain't married many witnesses, and all you got is Jody Sue Brown, and tell me she ain't a terrible witness. Her story changes with every YouTube video. I mean, so you don't have no solid witnesses. You just have the word of them, which is inconsistent. And you would think the police would press them more on these inconsistent statements. But they're not. They're not watching YouTube. You know what I'm saying? What, you can see this shit, right? And I just truly believe that if you pull Ronnie Lawson and you pull Detective Pruitt to the side, if I was like, do you think they did it? They would say, yeah. And I know they'd be like, Dolly, we just can't prove it. Stop saying we're shitty police. You know, I get it. But prove it. You know what I'm saying? Don't be shitty police. Prove this shit. I know y'all think they did it, you know? Just find a way to prove it. There's answers. There's things out there. There's things that they can't answer, like things that are missing from their property and certain things that transpired during these times. Just put some pressure on these people. Something. And because I truly believe some of the things we're seeing will show. There's a lot of misinformation on the internet in the Summer Wells case. And for people that are purposely spread misinformation, or, you know, your Cams and Alleys and your BKs and your white boys and your damn whoever or drink their Kool-Aid, you should be ashamed of yourself. Okay. You should be absolutely ashamed of yourself for doing these things. Purposely spread misinformation in a missing kid case. That puts blood on your hands if they are responsible for this. And I know, like I said in the last video, sometimes good people do the wrong things, like the church people. Of course, the church people think they're godly people. Maybe they didn't do it. Let's help them, you know. But you might be helping Satan. Okay. Now, I hate to say that, not good people. They don't have, you know, didn't have a really good track history of being really good people. I'm going to be pretty nice today. Okay. Happy birthday to Summer Wells. Make sure, like I said, guys, share a picture, burn a candle, put a purple light up, something cool for her today. She deserves that. One thing I don't think nobody expected, Summer Wells has a huge family. Right? She has a huge group of people that got behind her story, fell in love with this girl, and they want answers for this child. And I think it's because the story is so rough and the upbringing is so bad in the conditions that it crushed everybody. Like, how could you hear this story and it not tear your heart apart? Like, to me, you wouldn't be human. New sub about a week or so, and love your content. Thank you, Shannon. Welcome. Nice to meet you. Glad you could be here with us. I like to have fun here, but it is a lot of doom and gloom. Let me be honest. Look, true crime, I try to lighten it, and I try to throw jokes and make it as easy as I can on people. But the truth is, we deal with some of the worst tragedies. We talk about some of the things that are worse than a Freddy Krueger movie. The worst nightmares you could humanly have is the things we talk about here. So true crime will take a little toll on you. It makes you think that the world is horrible and it's full of monsters. But it's not really. I think there's a lot of good people out there on this planet that really care and love each other. And then they sprinkled in a ton of damn people that are doing horrible, horrible stuff. Since I've been in true crime, I've seen some of the worst stuff I've ever seen. I'm scared to go outside. It makes me paranoid. And I'm a grown ass man. I think everybody is a killer now for some reason. I'm looking at people different, you know, because I just know that I live in a world full of psychos. Look, Dolly's going to get out of here. I've been here a couple hours with you. Happy birthday, Summer Wells. Pray to God that they find answers for Monkey Dolly loves you. Make sure you like the video. And guys, if you got a couple extra bucks and you can help Dolly out, I'm trying to get to Crime Con 2024 this year. Take part, get a booth. It's super expensive. You got a buck or two, you can help a brother out. Make sure you hit the link that we have pinned. It would really help. And I really look forward to meeting some of you people there. Listen, we know Crime Con is expensive for the tickets, and the VIP stuff is already sold out. They still have standard tickets. I look. We're going to do a meet and greet somewhere there in Nashville to where you don't have to pay to get in. So at a restaurant somewhere or something like that. So for people that are in that area that want to meet me, PJ, and Pet Lolo, she might bite you, but we'll still let you pet her, okay? And you can come out and meet us and hang out. And for the people that have donated already, thank you guys from the bottom of my heart for the support. We're going to have an awesome ass year this year, okay? And when we get there to Crime Con, maybe we can get you some of the coolest interviews. We're going to shoot our podcast from there. We're going to do some live streaming from there. So we're going to have some fun. And I want all of you guys there with us, okay? Dolly, see you later. Peace.